Hello. Yes, this is filming. Um, it is April 20th? I think it's about 1:30 in the morning. Um, I can't sleep, so I want to do something productive. Uh, I put out a video and I asked people like if they had any questions, anything that I might be able to help with, um, that I'll try to help. Um, so I was asked a question a week ago, and my email never told me I had a comment. Um, So I'm getting back a week late, but so yeah, sorry about that. Um, but the question was, if you look through YouTube, if I understand the question, if you're looking through YouTube and you're watching these videos, there's a lot of young people. Um, I mean, I'm 20, but I'm finding videos for people as young as 15 and 16 who are documenting their own transitions. And then there's all the specials about kids who know from very very young ages. Um, so the question was, does it seem to be becoming a trend? Um, I kind of want to answer this as carefully as I can, because I started my transition in a way that on paper very much sounds like, well, everybody else is doing it, why can't I, kind of ways. I knew that I wanted to start seeking a medical transition um, when I met somebody who was transgender and was open about being transgender, um, but open to the extent where if you asked, if you were curious, if you asked questions, they would talk to you. But really, I didn't come up. I mean, I knew this person for quite a while before I found out, which I think is how it should be. Um, I think unless you're making a point to be very open and out and educate people, I really respect people who are able to transition so seamlessly that that's an option for them. Um, so I didn't know, and when I found out, I was just blown away. I I just I saw how wonderful this person was, and how just comfortable and happy and nice and just I never once looked at them and went, that's a girl. I never once looked at them and went, that's a transgender person. Um, I saw them as the rest of the world sees them, and I saw them as a man, and there was something so beautiful about that. Um, but it wasn't that I didn't have these thoughts before meeting this person. It's just that meeting this person uh, humanized my goal. Um, it was the realization of everything that I thought might be something I wanted to pursue in my life, but this person gave me a way to articulate that. Um, Before meeting this person, um, I knew what transgender was as far as the definition of transgender. Um, but to be honest, I had never thought about transgender in terms of hormones and surgery and therapy and the work and the effort. I never thought about it like that. perhaps it's a little ignorant of me to say, but my head goes to like drag queens and like gender non-conforming before it went to anything medical. Um, so when I first started using the word transgender, I really did not appreciate the effort and the time and the energy that went into it. And meeting this person um, gave me a real sense for what that was, what that energy looks like um, after a few years. Um, so I guess on paper, if you were to write down uh, how I started to transition, is very very trend following, in that I saw someone who did it and I went, all right, let's do this. So in the word trend maybe might not be the right word, but it's a fair word, but not that people don't have these these thoughts, these feelings before meeting someone who's transgender, before surfing YouTube, before looking through the internet for resources. It's a trend in that I think it takes that spark, it takes seeing it in person, it takes witnessing someone being happy before you try something. And I think that's the same for a lot of things. I think that's how children learn to grow and to express themselves and to come into their own and mature emotionally, physically, eventually sexually, is that you learn from the people around you, and you witness the people around you, and you experience them and their changes and their growth. And it's a trend in that more resources are becoming available, more people are open, more people are out, more people are starting to feel safe, and the trend is not an increase of people choosing to become transgender. It's the trend of people seeing that there is the option to live this way, which is what I saw and which is what I had. And I had a real flesh and blood example. Some people just have YouTube. Some people just have chat rooms. Some people don't have anything and go into this blind. But I think that's the most thoughtful way that I can answer that question. Is that it's there's definitely an increase of younger people coming out. There's an increase of older people coming out, but there's definitely an increase of people of coming out and being themselves and pursuing transition. But I don't think it's anything new. Forgive me for the comparison. I'm not comparing being transgender to being autistic, but recently there's been an increase in the diagnosis of autism in children. It's not necessarily that there's an increase in children who are autistic. It's the tools that are available to us, the definitions that we use, are creating more statistics. So, yes, there are more young people. Yes, there are people starting at younger ages, but it's because there are more resources available, and there is more safety and more comfort and more community. Yeah, I think that's the best way to answer that question. Maybe I should answer questions at 1:40 in the morning more often, because I actually think I made a point that I'm proud of. Okay. That's a very abrupt ending to probably a very long video. I can't see my screen right now, so I'm probably not even in the frame. So I can't give you a time on this. But yeah. So that's my recap, and I think that is an answer to that question. So yeah. All right. So just to recap, I am 16 weeks on testosterone as of a couple hours ago, yesterday, Friday. And I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm tired at this point. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, and now I can go to bed, because that was kind of, I've been thinking about that, thinking about what to say, and yeah. All right. Thank you for the question. I hope there are more to come.